Today on WSRH Extra, ASL had a deaf holiday party.
Also, my favorite part of the holiday season, the Christmas lights.
Plus, giving love bags to the homeless. WSRH Extra starts now.
Welcome to this special holiday edition of WSRH Extra. I'm Amber Pelicone.
And I'm Michael Loizo.
This edition is all about giving back during the holiday season.
And what better way of giving back than spreading the power of Christmas cheer through Christmas lights? Rhiannon Baffa lights up this story.
Every year, dedicated people give back to the community by spreading Christmas spirit in a bright way, lights. Every year, people put up lights around the community, but there's a certain houses that take Christmas lights to a whole new level.
We come in to look at what we had added every year, and we like to see more and more people come every year.
Many people get different reactions about their lights.
They stop by, they take pictures.
Tradition plays a huge role on why these certain people are so dedicated.
Mom sewing Christmas ornaments for the tree, and every year she would make more, and then it just kind of grew from there. And we started putting lights out on the outside of the house, and the ornaments that she would make would go on the trees and on the bushes outside.
It's a tradition that my mother's been doing from when we were small.
While tradition plays a huge role on why people decorate their houses, some feel that decorating gives back to the community.
It helps bring peace to the neighborhood and maybe get people out into the neighborhood more that normally wouldn't come out throughout the year.
Wishing you a happy holiday. For WSRH Extra, I'm Rhiannon Baffa.
With the holiday season underway, we should all take a moment to appreciate what we have. Giving back is the perfect way to spread holiday joy and happiness this holiday season.
I got the chance to meet a few special people who are willing to give up their time to give back to the homeless. Every Tuesday night, people from all over Fort Lauderdale meet at Holiday Park to give back to the homeless by feeding them, donating clothing, and most importantly, building a friendship. This is called Love Bags. Love Bags is a volunteer-driven group full of people from all different ages all throughout Fort Lauderdale. But Love Bags isn't just for giving to the homeless. Sometimes the homeless even give back a different way. Brittany Lynch has been volunteering for Love Bags every Tuesday night for the past 8 years. And to her, it's not just giving back.
It encourages me, I gain perspective. I see that, yes, my life's hard, but I can still push through, and I can still enjoy life, and I can still be grateful, and I can still live it to its fullest.
But what is so special about Love Bags that encourages people to come back every week?
Actually coming and serving with everybody else and talking to people and really building those relationships, that's what made me want to start coming every week.
Due to being uncomfortable around cameras, I was not able to interview the homeless that attend Love Bags. One of the Love Bag attendees who allowed me to interview her asked me not to cite her name, and due to being extremely nervous and uncomfortable, only answered the question, "Why do you come to Love Bags?"
Because I get food.
Off camera, they told me how grateful they all were for all the volunteers that make Love Bags happen. For WSRH Extra, I'm Michael Loizo. The holidays are all about giving back to the community. Seminole Ridge's ASL department gives back by donating presents to deaf children in need. Extra reporter Kelly Matthews has more on the story.
With the holiday season around the corner, the American Sign Language Department at Seminole Ridge got an early start on December 2nd.
2007, Seminole Ridge High School was asked to donate gifts to the deaf children. And these families really, really poor. They really don't have that much of a Christmas. So this school district has been giving gifts to the children. But since 2007, they stopped the budget with bad. So they asked me and Seminole Ridge High School if we don't start a donation. And we did. And every year the students at Seminole Ridge open up their hearts and give so many gifts to the deaf children of Palm Beach County.
The sign language students play a big role for this holiday party.
Me and a couple other students, we dressed up as elves, and then my ASL teacher actually dressed up as Mrs. Claus, and we helped Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus give the gifts to the kids.
Seeing her students interact with these deaf children remind Miss Adams why she started teaching in the first place.
Inspires me to continue teaching. I'm really proud of the students who really interact with the deaf children, because deaf children don't have anyone to communicate with on a daily basis. So when they see hearing people communicate, it makes them feel inspired. That can communicate. You can communicate with me. Cool. They're happy.
We are glad to see the Seminole Ridge students giving back to a community in such a special way. For WSRH Extra, I'm Kelly Matthews.
Students here at Seminole Ridge had the opportunity to show off their skills and choreograph their own dance moves this past showcase. WSRH Extra reporter Mariella Pina opens the curtains to some of our amazing dancers.
Every school year, dance students hold dance shows, but this past show was different. This time, the students choreographed and planned all of the dances.
The Student Choreography Dance Showcase is a dance performance that is all student work. So the students have decided what songs they want to use, they've chosen their costumes, they've created the dance. I didn't have any part of it. They did everything themselves.
The dancers have been practicing and preparing for this night for weeks.
The days out differently to work on all of them. I would do 2 in the same day, 1 at home, 1 after school, just in class. Because it's a lot, especially when you make up your own dances, it's very stressful. So it's you have to balance everything out so everyone knows everything. It's kind of hard.
I got with my group a few weeks prior, and we started choreographing the dance and got the music. It was fun.
Dance teacher Erin Sinsley tells us how her dance students are giving back this season.
Are using part of the funds that we'll make from the show tonight to go towards a family that we're adopting for the holidays. They're two young girls that are in need of school clothes and toys and things like that, so we're trying to fundraise for the holidays for them.
We hope the dancers raise enough money for the girls in need. For WSRH Extra, I'm Mariella Pina.
People come together to celebrate all aspects of this holiday season. One of our local churches is putting on a play to show their interpretation of what Christmas means to them. WSRH Extra reporter Worcester Ledoux has more on the story.
Now you were going to Bethlehem, yes? So go, seek this child.
Every year, one of our local churches, Community of Hope, holds a walkthrough experience of when Christ was born. Many locals volunteer at this event annually.
This is our 11th time doing Back to Bethlehem. We've done it small. It's grown larger and larger every year.
Locals come out to audition for roles, bringing their kids and friends to participate as well.
I got asked to be an actor for Back to Bethlehem because my wife and I had her. And when you have a baby around here and we do Back to Bethlehem, they need baby Jesus. So that's how I got asked to be an actor.
During the event, you'll walk through a path that creates a wonderful experience of life 2,000 years ago.
And the government shall be on his shoulders. He shall be called Wonderful Counselor.
So stop by the Community of Hope Church this holiday season for a flashback to the birth of Jesus Christ. For WSRH Extra, I'm Worcester Ledoux.
Having a successful career and having the chance to inspire so many people is something we all strive for. And WPBF 25 News anchor Felicia Rodriguez has just that. WSRH Extra reporter Rebecca Wise shows us how Felicia is giving back in a special way this holiday season.
Felicia Rodriguez is a local news anchor here in South Florida. Although she has worked at WPBF 25 for many years, she tells us it wasn't an easy path to get there.
Unfortunately, I had to go all the way north in the Panhandle, but it turned out to be such a wonderful experience for me because it was really, aside from college, it was the first time that I was on my own, making my own money, and it wasn't that much money at the time, but I learned how to budget myself.
Even after making it to WPBF, the job doesn't come without sacrifices.
You make sacrifices and you realize, especially in the news business, there are no holidays. So a lot of times you're working on the holidays.
But with all the struggles comes great success, and she has a lot to be grateful for.
I enjoy especially going to schools and talking to kids, and I find that aspect really rewarding.
She tells us she didn't always want to be a news anchor.
I think I wanted to be a lawyer. And I told my dad, I remember when I was 6, that I wanted to go to Harvard.
Surprisingly, she found her true calling in a television production class in high school.
We had a closed circuit television station. I went to Miami Sunset High School, and my junior year, I got the opportunity. I took TV production class, and I think I really credit that with introducing me to TV news.
Felicia has advice for any student who wants to work in the news industry.
Never say no. Do everything that comes your way. Take every opportunity. If it's an internship and perhaps it's in production, but you want to be in front of the camera, learn as many different skills as possible.
For WSRH Extra, I'm Rebecca Wise.
When you think of the holidays, the first thing that might come to mind is a Christmas tree.
For most people, Christmas trees are just decorations, but for some people, they mean so much more than that. Extra reporter Lawson Safrenick asked some locals what Christmas trees mean to them.
Christmas trees. They're a symbol of Christmas around the world. They also inspire feelings inside many of us. You may have a plastic tree or a real tree, or even a small one on your desk. But no matter what the type, it means something to you.
I personally prefer a real tree. I just love the smell of it. It smells like Christmas, and I don't think there's anything that can really replicate that.
Some of the experts at Carolina Trees, a locally owned business, have their own favorite type of tree.
The real tree. Real tree, and in fact, of the real trees, the tree that I would prefer is the Fraser fir.
Most people don't know there's a huge process and a long amount of time that goes into the making or growing of a Christmas tree.
Well, the trees start out before they're ever planted, before they ever see outside. They're about 2 years old. They're a seedling that's grown. Then they go into a field, and they will grow roughly 1 foot a year. They're cut back. The trees are amazing. They grow, they stay green a long time, and they don't leave a big mess in your house, and yet they really smell nice.
Because it's just peaceful and beautiful, and it smells nice, and it's awesome because kids get to get presents, and it's fun.
Well, a Christmas tree symbolizes the most beautiful thing in the world.
I don't know, when I think of a Christmas tree, I just think about family and presents.
Well, I guess I'm taking this one home. For WSRH Extra, I'm Lawson Safrenick.
Coming up on WSRH Extra, we learn the latest news in sports.
Plus, a very festive edit to the beat.
Holiday season shopping tips. This holiday season could be a little daunting. Here are some tips on getting the best deals this season. First off, to get the absolute best deals on items, using the website www.slickdeals.net is a must. This website filters out the items you want and compares the prices of multiple online vendors, like Amazon, Newegg, and sometimes eBay. Another good way to make sure you are finding some good deals and some gift-giving ideas is to check out www.reddit.com. There are multiple subreddits to check out, like reddit.com/r/Christmas, www.reddit.com/r/gifts. Good luck shopping, Hawks.
This holiday season, you can give back by donating a toy to a family in need. The Hometown Holiday Toy Drive collects new toys for children of more than 300 families in our area. New, unwrapped toys will be accepted from now until December 18th. You can drop off your donation at the Wellington Village Hall or any of Wellington's municipal buildings. Don't miss your chance to bring joy to a family in need this holiday season. You never know how far the spirit of giving can go.
'Tis the season to be jolly for sports.
And WSRH sports anchor Alexis McGrory shows us all of the sports going on before the winter break.
Hi, Alexis.
The wrestling team had quite a season last year with 3 wrestlers making it to states. WSRH sports reporter Hunter Jones wrestles down this story.
Wrestling has always been a popular sport at Seminole Ridge, and this year it's back. Coming in second place at districts last year and 4 wrestlers going to states, we came back this year with high expectations for our team.
As it stands right now, we should do pretty well. We're hoping to contend for either first or second place in the district, and then take a few kids to regionals.
Although we may have high expectations for our wrestlers, their coach likes to stay humble about his team.
You always expect to do well going in, and then of course as the season progresses, things happen.
Although this season is looking good for this team, we still have kids recovering with injuries.
The kids that show up every day, that do what they're supposed to do, that want to work hard to get where their goals are set, and then of course the ones that don't show up.
Like any sport, there's always kids who stand out.
Jared Smiley herniated a disc in his back over the summer that he's still trying to work through. Liam Lepeter, he's got a hurt elbow, and then of course we got Sean Edwards, who is still recovering from his injury that he got in football.
Look to our wrestlers this season. For WS Extra, I'm Hunter Jones.
Well, that's going to do it for WSRH Sports. Make sure you come out and support your boys basketball team here at 7:30 against the Jupiter Warriors. For WSRH Sports, I'm Alexis McGrory.
And that's a wrap for this holiday edition of WSRH Extra. If you have any story ideas, please tweet us at Seminole Ridge TV. I'm Michael Loizo.
And I'm Amber Pellicone. We now leave you with this festive edit to the beat by Reese and Antonio. Also, have a great holiday break, and we'll see you next year.
Jingle bell, 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 bell.